All right, let's talk about AI tools. I know, the whole topic can seem super overwhelming, but stick with me because I'm going to give you a really simple way to think about it all, from the little apps on your phone to the giant custom systems that run the world's biggest companies. So let's jump right in. So let me ask you something. How many AI tools do you think you've used just today? Seriously, take a second to think about it. Maybe one, two, maybe none at all? Well, I'm willing to bet that number is way, way higher than you think. The truth is, you've probably already interacted with AI a bunch of times today without even realizing it. I mean, think about it. That spam filter that keeps your inbox clean? That's AI. The autocomplete that finishes your sentences when you're texting? AI. That little chatbot that popped up on a website? Yep, AI. Even the feed that recommended this content to you? That's all AI working behind the scenes. It's already a huge part of our digital lives. Okay, so what exactly is an AI tool? At its core, it's really just any piece of software that uses artificial intelligence to do stuff that, usually takes a human brain. Things like solving problems, recognizing things, or understanding language. Now, that's a pretty broad definition, right? So to make sense of it all, we're going to break it down into 3 simple levels. Okay, let's kick things off with level 1, which is what we call off-the-shelf AI. This is your starting point. These are the ready-to-go applications that pretty much anyone can sign up for, download, and just start using right away. So, what makes something off the shelf? Well, the biggest thing is you don't need to know how to code. Not at all. They have these really user-friendly interfaces. They're usually built to do one specific thing really, really well, and a lot of them are either free to try or have a pretty cheap subscription. It's basically AI for the rest of us. And a perfect example of this, one you've almost definitely seen, is a text-to-image generator. Right now, these are some of the most popular off-the-shelf AI tools out there. The ones that create those incredible, sometimes totally surreal images that are all over your social media feeds.
And the crazy part is, using one is surprisingly simple. First, you just pick your tool, something like Midjourney or DALL-E. Then you write out a description of what you want to see. This is called a prompt. You get really detailed about the subject, the style, everything. The AI takes that prompt, thinks for a second, and then boom, it spits out a few different images for you to look at. From there, you can tweak your favorite, make variations, or just download it. And just like that, you've made a totally unique piece of art.
All right, so that's level 1. Now, let's move on up to level 2, AI inside your apps. This is the kind of AI you don't even have to look for because it's already baked into the software you use every single day, just humming away quietly in the background. You know when you're in your email and it suggests a few smart replies to quickly answer someone? Or maybe you're in a document editor and there's a button that can instantly summarize a huge report for you. In those moments, you didn't go out and find a special AI tool, right? The intelligence was just there, built right in as a feature to make the app you're already using even better.
And that brings us to the very top of our pyramid, level 3, bespoke AI. This is the big league. This is where companies and organizations go beyond just using pre-made tools and start building their own, completely custom AI solutions from the ground up. They're designed to solve very specific, very complex problems that are unique to them.
And this is where the trade-offs become super clear. On one hand, you have those off-the-shelf tools. They're amazing for quick, everyday tasks, but they're not very flexible, and they're trained on general, public data. Bespoke AI, though, is the complete opposite. It's incredibly customizable, and this is the key part, it can be trained on a company's own unique data. That's what makes it so powerful for tackling those really specific business challenges.
So, you might be asking, why go through all the trouble and expense to build a custom AI? Well, it all boils down to strategy. You do it when those off-the-shelf tools just can't cut it. You do it when you have special data that nobody else has, data that can give you a real edge. Or you do it when you want to build your own technology that gives you a massive competitive advantage. And make no mistake, this isn't magic. It's a very deliberate, structured process. It always starts with defining the problem. What exactly are we trying to achieve? Then comes the hardest part, honestly, data collection and preparation. You have to gather, clean, and format all the right info. After that, the model gets trained and tested to see how well it actually performs. And finally, you release it into the wild. You deploy it and keep a close eye on it to make sure it's actually doing its job.
Okay, so there you have it. We've gone through all 3 levels of AI, from simple, off-the-shelf apps all the way up to these massive, custom-built systems. You've basically got a map of the AI world now. So the big question is, what's next for you on this journey? So here's my advice. First, just start simple.
Don't feel like you have to understand everything at once. The best thing you can do is just explore. Go play around with some of those standalone tools we talked about and get a real feel for what they can do. And as you're doing that, always be thinking about the ethics. Things like potential bias in the AI, privacy concerns, and the importance of being transparent. It's a crucial part of the conversation.
So I'll leave you with this final question to chew on. Now that you've seen the whole spectrum, from simple apps to full-blown custom solutions, take a look at your own life, your own work. What's that one repetitive, boring, data-heavy task that you do that a custom-built AI could just completely wipe off your plate? Think about it, because the possibilities there are just starting to open up.